Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Postgame show here on the SDH network for game number 2 of day 2 of the Blastoff battle in Huntsville. My name is Madison Cruz, and just so you guys get an idea of what's going to be included in this postgame, you're going to see the highlights from the match where South Georgia Tormenta beat Huntsville City FC 2-1. And then you will get to hear from head coach of South Georgia Tormenta's Ian Cameron after the match. And then you will get to hear from Huntsville City FC's head coach Jack Collison.
Welcome back to Huntsville, the Blastoff battle on the SDH network. Huntsville City FC facing South Georgia Tormenta. Let's get into these starting lineups and keep in mind two things that are going to be very important as you listen to this one today. Huntsville City not wearing numbers. That's going to be a bit of a challenge for Maddie and I here in the booth. South Georgia Tormenta wearing numbers, but both teams have some trialists involved as well that we're not able to identify. So we have numbers for the South Georgia trialists, and we will identify them by their uniform number. And we know there are some trialists in certain positions for Huntsville City, and we will tell you that it's a trialist doing something. Welcome to preseason action on the SDH network. South Georgia Tormenta, their lineup today to start: Drew Romig in goal. Backline, two trialists alongside Nick Akoto and Preston Kilwine. Midfield, Jackson Corey, Daniel Steedman, Tavio D'Almeida. And up front, it's Pedro Fonseca and Niall Watson on the wings, and Sebastian Vivas down the middle as the number 9. For Huntsville City, a trialist is starting in goal. The backline, one trialist there, alongside Joey Skinner, Scott Cheevers, and Julian Gaines. The midfield, Patrick Arma, Sergi Oriol, and Alejandro Velasquez Lopez. One trialist on the right side up front. Ollie Wright will be on the left, and Forster Ajogo is playing as the number 9 for Huntsville City. Huntsville City in the navy tops, black shorts, white socks. They'll be moving from left to right on your radio dials. South Georgia Tormenta in the white tops, black shorts, white socks, moving from right to left. The referee checking his watch. Ben Meyer blows the whistle, and let's kick it for 45 minutes from Huntsville. It's Huntsville City in possession. Cheevers, trialist center back. Combining, scanning, exploring, dribbling forward a little bit. Out wide to Skinner. Forward to Oriol. Skinner coming through the middle now on the dribble, though. Skinner on his right foot, top of the 18. Shot takes a deflection and into the back of the net. Goal, goal, goal. Huntsville City. Joey Skinner off of a fortunate deflection. It's the home team in the lead 1-0.
Wow, Joey Skinner with a great look on goal and a very fortunate deflection, like you mentioned. But that was also a build-up that we've been seeing from Huntsville since the beginning. They take their time with possession and find those opportunities, and once they do, they take charge.
Skinner on the dribble, so comfortable cutting inside. That started out wide, cut it on the right foot. Don't want to take anything away from the work in the build-up. The deflection is what beats Romig, but the work in the build-up, especially on the dribble by Skinner, excellent there from Hunt City, and they take the lead here in the 25th minute. And let's kick it for 45 more minutes in the Blastoff battle from Huntsville. Trialist center back forward to Jones. Jones back to Gregowitz. Gregowitz, the goalkeeper. Jones dispossessed by Steedman. Steedman carries forward, top of the 18, lays it off. Fonseca, right footer, goal! Goal, goal, South Georgia Tormenta. Steedman with the turnover and assist. Fonseca with the goal, 1-1.
A great passage up there, and Frisco with an astonishing shot to get into the goal.
Such a well-placed shot from Pedro Fonseca. Didn't go for power, didn't rush it. Steedman won the ball in the middle of the park, carried it forward, laid it off to Fonseca, and the patience from the captain. Fonseca picks out the far side, beats Grekowitz 1-1. Rittendale pops it forward after the pass back from Sidorito. Sipic goes up to win the header, doesn't connect. Trialist number 5 for Tormenta. Big switch to the left side. Foul is called just outside the 18. Yellow card issued.
82nd minute. Yellow card, Huntsville City.
Huntsville City gets the yellow. Not sure who that was who got the yellow. It's going to be a free kick here for Tormenta. Edge of the 18, 2-3 steps outside the 18-yard box.
This is an amazing opportunity for Tormenta. It's a little bit outside the box. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better position.
Maybe a little further back would be the only thing. Rodriguez, he's got to get this over the wall and under the crossbar. We would have seen Fonseca take this if it had been earlier. It's going to be Rodriguez instead, the Colombian. Left-footed. Over the wall, into the side netting. Rodriguez, goal, goal, goal. Lasso. Rodriguez from the free kick. Put it into the far side netting. 2-1 Tormenta.
Rodriguez said, I'm going to take this one myself, guys. And what a beautiful goal that was.
Perfectly curled over the wall into the far side netting. No goalkeepers getting to that. And it's 2-1 Tormenta. They've come all the way back. And the trialist-laden final 30-minute group has got them into the lead. Referee Ben Meyer telling him to take it. We're past the 90 minutes of regulation play now, and that will do it here in Huntsville. It's South Georgia Tormenta, your 2-1 winners in the second game of the Blast-Off Battle.
Here with Coach Ian Cameron, so I guess let's take it almost piece by piece here. Let's look at today. Down 1-0 at the break. What did you talk to them about at the intermission? What did you talk to them about in the locker room?
Those simple little details that were just hurting us. If you make calculated presses, you've got to just recover and work out your angle. So it was when we're pressing and we're in the deep block, the exact same defensive mistake was happening. We corrected that, and then they turned the ball over a lot more in the second half and got in the ascendancy. And then in possession, it was just mental endurance in pre-season and making sure you're present, aware. They're athletic, they're counter-pressing well, so we just had to be a bit sharper in possession and working those things, and we'd be okay.
So then look at the weekend in general, and obviously 1-0 loss, late PK, and then you come back. 2 different matches, 2 different ideals and attitudes that you can carry with you back to Statesboro.
Yeah, lots. 2 very different opponents, which will give us a bit of just a bit of experience in how you have to adapt to different types. And then what we really liked was we had Friday, we had a set of accords that we came out of Friday that we have to improve on, that we have to really focus in on, and those shone through today. Whether we had, even if we didn't win the game today or we'd lost it, those still things, things on Friday showed today in a positive manner, so they're still being successful.
Because I know that there are folks who will look at preseason results and they may sit there and look at a preseason loss and get wrapped up too much in the idea of a result. Yours is more focusing on the larger picture and being as best as you can when you get to week 1 in League 1 this year.
You have to, because look, the reality is if you win all your games, you're going to spin it to your team. We've not won a single real game. If you lose all the games, you're going to spin it to your team. You're starting afresh. So whatever the results are in pre-season, mentally you're going to spin it. But it really is about the building blocks. It helps to win, it helps to score goals, have some belief. You need wins for belief in camps. There's no secret to that. And if we don't, then it's up to the coaching staff to try to change mindsets. But it's building blocks, and everybody's going to go with trials and tribulations. Get fit, run, press, energetic, understand the coaching staff and what we want, and then we arrive on March 9th hopefully in a good place.
What about levels of fitness? Because there were the way that you had it managed, some were doing 45, some were doing 30, some were doing 60s and coming back and you're flipping starting 11s. What did you think of the fitness that you were seeing out there this weekend?
You have to run yourself fit. If you're mentally weak in moments, which everybody is, you've got to run yourself fit. There's no shortcuts to it. So I see the boys looking over at me when I'm screaming at them, go, run yourself fit, run yourself fit. They're doing it. They did it, and now they got the kind of the fruits of their labour a wee bit. We planned for 45 for that first group. I was a little bit peeved off at halftime. I wanted to see 15 more from them to kind of right some wrongs and get up in the game or get level in the game. So we pushed it 15 minutes more. My sports science guy was giving me some looks, but we capped it at 15 extra minutes for some of the guys, and we just about got away with it.
What did you think of some of the trialists that you had out there? I know that there were waves of trialists at points, and I know that there were some folks that you can really focus on. Overall impact and just thought pattern about the trialists that you brought in.
The main group of trialists was in the last period. They won their period 1-0. They were really happy with that group that they managed. It wasn't just the starters that gave us a lead and they held on. They won their period in their match. So they had a match that was 45 minutes or 30 minutes for some guys, and they won it 1-0. So that's against a very talented group, well-coached group, great organisation. So they should be proud of themselves, and it really gives us some food for thought on who we might want to add.
All right, we are joined by Huntsville City FC head coach Jack Collison. Jack, 1-2 defeat today, South Georgia Tormenta. Good win in halftime with the lead. What did you see from your first 11 in the first 45 minutes, and then what changed in the second half?
It was really a game of two halves, to be honest. I thought first half was the best we played all pre-season, and we talked with our group a lot about bravery, and I thought they're really brave to try and play, to try and beat the press and the decision making. And then second half, we just struggled to deal with their physicality. Once again, their press, how aggressive they were and on the front foot. And it was a real good challenge for our young group. Obviously, it's great to have a load of young players out there. And I think the big message after the game was it's in them moments there where you really find out which of the players who are going to go on, because it's quite easy to go hiding in them moments. And some of them struggled, and then you see some of them who will give the ball away or make a mistake and continue to keep trying. So, perfect pre-season test. And obviously, look, we're not going to get too wrapped up in results in pre-season. I think we learnt that last year where we won every game and then struggled at the start of the year. But lots of pleasing moments, and I say it every time, still lots and lots of work to do.
Joey Skinner picking him right back up where he left off. Another goal in the preseason. Had a bunch of goals at the end of last season too. What does he bring to this squad?
Yeah, he loves playing here at the Joe, doesn't he, Joey? No, we're great to get Joey in and around the group. Obviously, it's been fantastic for him to have that exposure with the first team in pre-season, getting some minutes up there and testing himself with obviously the good group of players that they've got in Nashville. And for him now, it's what he's going to do to try and force his way into their group up there full time and force his way into Gary's team. And the best thing he can do is play consistently well down here and showcase his abilities both with and without the ball. And to be an attacking fullback who scores goals is obviously a bonus. And I think the big challenge for him this year is to show how much he's improved defensively. Individually, 1v1s, defending his back post, really being a big part of that back four. So great to get him amongst the group again, and hopefully this season's going to be a big year for Joey.
You guys have any questions?
Yeah, how's the relationship been with guys going back and forth with Nashville and guys going up like Joey, but then also some of the young guys coming down to you?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been a big part of our off season. Has been trying to, I suppose, make the most of that relationship, despite the fact it's an hour and a half to Nashville, trying to use it as best we can. I think you look at the group out there today, probably 8 to 10 academy graduates, which is great and which is what you want to see in this environment. And obviously some boys who've been in and around the first team a lot. Obviously Ajago come down, had a great impact on Friday and looks the real deal. Joey Skinner's obviously in that boat as well, and Jake in goal has had a real good pre-season with the first team as well. So for us, trying to sort of build the bridges between us, the academy and the first team, and do everything we can to try and make it smooth sailing.
Having something like the Blast-Off Battle here at home, how important is that going to be when you guys go into the regular season?
Yeah, I think this time last year we had our first 7 games on the road, so it's nice to have some pre-season games at home. And I think the positive thing, it is really starting to feel like home for us. You can see the players, how much they enjoy being out here, how well they connect with the fans and the community, and that's a big part of what Huntsville City is. So it's good to see him out here today and to see some familiar faces within the stands. And as we go on and progress throughout pre-season, we'll hopefully see some improved performances, and sets us up nicely for that first home opener against Orlando on the 22nd of March, I believe.
Chad, do you have any questions?
Yeah, let me just give you one, Coach. It'll be kind of a two-parter. What do you want to see the most coming out of this invitational and going forward into this preseason, going into the regular season? And who do you see stepping up real big on your roster going into year 2?
Good question. I think we've laid down the challenge to all of the guys in that dressing room. Which one of you is going to be the one to step up and impact Gary's team over at Nashville? That's the challenge, and ultimately that's why they're all here. They all want to kick on, and they all want to try and impress Gary and his staff up there and get that opportunity. But it comes with being consistent down here and putting good performances on a regular basis. And I think the big thing that we've taken out of this weekend is getting fans back in the stadium, getting our players used to the environment, and obviously trying to build on some of the stuff we've been working on in the first few weeks. So it's great to see some of it come out, great to also see how much work we've got to do in certain areas, but I think on the whole, reflecting on the weekend, it's been a really positive thing, and we look forward to building on it now, and obviously 3 or 4 weeks till the start of the season, we feel like we're in a good place.
Once again, a huge thank you to Huntsville City FC for allowing us to come and be a part of the Blast-Off Battle. It was so much fun, and we all really enjoyed it. We hope you guys enjoyed all the coverage. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So thank you so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.